What's up, everybody? My name's Cap, the Everyday Gamer, and I'm playing a team deathmatch on Array using the AUG. Somebody recommended I use something besides the Enfield, which is my favorite gun, so I thought, yeah, why not? We'll try it out. I'm not using extended mags. I know some people think it's a rather cheap gun with that on there. I just have a red dot scope, so I'm going to give it a try here. Nice. Anytime you can get a triple kill within 20 seconds of the game to get a UAV up and running, it's a sign of a good round to start here. I like trying to go for that kill at the very beginning because most people try and run up next to the snowplow up here, and you can get an explosive up there really quickly without noob tubing or anything like that. It usually leads to a pretty good kill. And then check that out. I managed to go ahead and get the assist kill with a flashbang. So that's always nice. Good way to start off the round so far. But as I said, I'm using the AUG, and I remember reading on the forums that some people call it a cheap weapon along with about a dozen other guns, I guess. But they say using the extended mags on this one makes it cheap. So, but I'm not using that. I'm using a red dot scope. And then here, I got my chopper gunner, or sorry, attack chopper, but then the other guy managed to get the kill. So not a bad round, not a bad start to the round, I should say. We're about a minute into it or whatever, and I managed to go ahead and get a 7-kill streak and get an attack chopper underway. That guy, just happened to see him wiggling around, and right there's a pretty good indicator that lag's not a problem in this round, which is a rare oddity in Black Ops these days, apparently. And then check out this fail, where I should have been able to get 2 extra kills there if I'd just gone around the first rock, and I've been behind those guys. I didn't even see them. I walked out in the open. And then we immediately follow that up with a blind double fail. Yep, didn't see him running towards me either. So anyway, you hate when it happens, but it happens to the best. And that does not mean that I'm the best, or even one of the best. I was just using it as a turn of phrase. I'll get my redemption right here. Nice little payback for the dude that killed me. But anyway, this happens to be probably one of the best rounds I've ever played in this game. Going 35-4. Is that what I did in this one? You have to forgive me. I forget what the total score was, but this was one of the best rounds I've ever had. I was just running amok, basically. I hate when this happened. I got caught in the climb animation, so by the time I fired, he was already there. But I put him in last stand. I didn't realize I put him in last stand until I run back over here to try and get the follow-up, because I was thinking he's probably hanging out over here. So check this out here. To the nuts. Oh yeah. I put him in last stand. His buddy was trying to revive him, so I managed to take out both of them, shooting both of them in the nuts. Yeah, that made me feel nice and fuzzy inside. No, I'm just kidding. It was nice payback, and rare to find something like that where they're just lined up in a row for you to shoot them. But it was good fun. So as I was saying, this is one of the rounds. Actually, this entire night, I was pulling host a lot, and surprisingly, being host wasn't lagging out the entire room. For some reason in this game, if you're host, it's no longer a good thing. It used to be, if you were host, everybody wished for host because it meant, hey, I'm going to have a tiny bit of advantage over them. But for some reason, well, actually I know the reason, due to the lag compensation they put in the game, it makes everything seem just a tad bit on the slow side on me, just to compensate for the people who don't have the same connection speed I do, which I think is just, I hate to say unfair because that makes it sound like I'm a whiny little kid. I mean, it is unfair though. If I'm host, I should have a better connection than anybody, not lagged out to compensate for those people playing through AOL still. But nonetheless, sometimes the pendulum swings in your favor like it is here. And see, I got my attack chopper again, so I'm having a good round, and as I said, the whole night was really good. I had several rounds when I had a 5 or 6 KDR for the round, and then playing team deathmatch, that's the primary mode I play in. So in my opinion, if I get anything higher than a 4 KDR for a round, it's a really good round in team deathmatch. With the right kill streaks and the right amount of luck and obviously skill, whatever, you can end up going 112 in a domination or headquarters or search and destroy, any objective based game where the only way to win is by finishing all the objectives and getting the points for that. So you can just keep kill farming for 20-30 minutes straight, but me personally, seeing somebody post a game where they go 80-5 in domination, I'm like, yeah, those are cool as far as stats go. It was not really impressive because I'm like, well, yeah, but I mean, if I played a team deathmatch that lasted 25 minutes, I'm sure I could probably rack up 50 or 60 kills too. So at least in this one, all scores based on kills, assists and whatnot, but the round ends once you hit 75 kills, basically. Whoever gets there first. And I like that. That's one of the main reasons I play. I don't have people camping flags. It works out nicely. So when you see this guy on the hill, I'm going to pick him off around the corner and get this guy. And now I got my chopper gunner. So I'm going to head up here and hide underneath this snowplow front end loader bucket thing and call it in. Now, if I had to compare the chopper gunner and the gunship, I think I would make the chopper gunner better, in my opinion. I don't mean make it better, but I mean I think it is better. For some reason, anytime I use the gunship, it seems like it's really wonky as far as the controls go. It takes so long to get it to try and shift side to side. The fire rate for the machine gun seems like it's really slow, so I find myself chasing people's red dots around with it. I don't know, the missiles, they just don't seem as effective as they would, anywhere else, so I just don't really use them very often. But anyway, this round's getting close to drawing to a close. I just used the same word twice in the same sentence with a different emphasis. Way to go, me. Anyway, so yeah, round's drawing to a close, so I'm going to wrap up the commentary portion of the video. It's a little bit shorter video, but had a pretty good round. So, if you would, I appreciate it if you would leave some comments or rate the video, subscribe if you hadn't. If you're willing to do so, appreciate share it on Facebook and retweet this, and just tell everybody you know. And I will talk to you guys later.